Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Thoroughbred Action here from Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you outside our picturesque walking ring on a warm and sunny Thursday afternoon, kicking off a 4-day racing week. Without further ado, we'll send it on up to track announcer Pete Aiello for the track conditions and weather.
We start the afternoon with the fast main track at a firm turf course. Temperatures in the upper 80s here this afternoon. It's a sunny day in South Florida. First race on the program on the turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Rider change on 1, Gracie Spirit to Pedro Monterrey Jr. The off-time favorites included number 3, Head for the Hills, and number 6, Thinkin' Cowtown. Racing at Gulfstream. My Third Eye was off a step slow. From the rail, Gracie Spirit gets the first call and fires to the top for Pedro Monterrey Jr. from Hanson's Girl, who's away on the top flight, and Celtic Moonlight's on her outside. Head for the Hills is away racing in fourth, about 2.5 lengths behind. Then outside goes Thinkin' Cowtown, racing ahead of My Third Eye, and the early trailer is working Carol Kay. Around the far turn they go, separated by 5.5 lengths. It's the gray, Gracie Spirit in front by a neck. On the outside, Celtic Moonlight is now second. Thinkin' Cowtown is third. Racing up 4 wide on the outside, and My Third Eye, Hanson's Girl tries to move throughout the fence. Head for the Hills has lost a couple of spots while second last, and working Carol Kay is last as they line up and turn in. On the outside, here's a run from Thinkin' Cowtown. Grandstand side, My Third Eye. Boxing on, Gracie Spirit from behind him and Hanson's Girl. Final furlong, up for a short lead, Thinkin' Cowtown. Continuing to charge is My Third Eye. Thinkin' Cowtown digging in. Thinkin' Cowtown hanging on. Second was My Third Eye. Third was Gracie Spirit, then Celtic Moonlight and Hanson's Girl in 55-2. Number 6, Thinkin' Cowtown gets a game victory to start the Thursday program under jockey Jose Bautista for trainer Sandra Slivka and owners Bill Law and Henry Leninger. Good run from 4, My Third Eye, to just miss, while second ahead of the 1, Gracie Spirit, who set the pace but had to settle for third. To the second race we go, the start of the early pick 4 on the main track at 1 mile. Maidens of the special weight variety with a field of 6. The odds-on favorite was number 3, Rainfall. And they're off. Bounced around at the beginning was Curlin's Mistress. It was a good start for Archangel and a good start for Rainfall from the center of the racetrack. On Truthful Sonnet moves up to challenge from down toward the inside. And here's Curlin's Mistress marching forward. These 4 across the course as they exit the 1 mile chute. The 2 at the back are Florippa and Doritza. 4 horses in lockstep with less than 6 furlongs to go. Down inside, it's Untruthful Sonnet. From between horses, Rainfall. 3 wide is Curlin's Mistress. And out 4 deep is Archangel through a 23-3 opening quarter. These top flight horses have 5 on Florippa, who's ahead in front of Doritza at the back of the field. The race to the final 5 furlongs. And up front, it's Untruthful Sonnet and Tyler Gaffleone making her main track debut. Leads at a half a length. Getting a crack on the shoulder is the favorite Rainfall, trying to stay close in touch. And out wide on the course, Archangel is third, starting to tack on for Edgard Zayas. Curlin's Mistress is the first to give way of those top flight runners, working 5 ahead of Doritza, and then back to Florippa, who's last of all and has to giddy up as they race with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Now it's Untruthful Sonnet who begins to struggle. Rainfall pulled it to a full-out drive and has the lead. On the outside, and Archangel right alongside. These top 2 of a length and a half back on the inside horse Untruthful Sonnet. Doritza tries to play catch-up under Jesus Rios after 3 quarters, and 1:11-2. They straighten for the drive. Rainfall is all in, but holding the lead. To the attack one more time is Archangel. Doritza down the stand side, about 4 lengths behind, but starting to motor. There's less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and Rainfall still has a clear advantage. Archangel tried her, so did Untruthful Sonnet. Doritza's up into second, but Rainfall's a winner. Rainfall by 4 in the end. Doritza second, Archangel third. Fourth was Untruthful Sonnet, then Curlin's Mistress in 1:38-4. Number 3, Rainfall, had to work very hard, but in the end, class proved the telling factor as she edged away from her rivals in deep stretch under Miguel Vasquez for trainer Dave Casson and owner Steven Shrenshi. Second was 4, Doritza, ahead of the 6, Archangel. She fired big, came up a race short. She'll be good next time. She ran third. Time to take a timeout. When we come back, the Thursday card rolls on. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race, the start of another pick three, 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 7 went postward. The heavy favorite, number 5, Threat. And they're off. The favorite Threat was away well, trying to establish the early lead, but up the challenge is Dixie Doll, and Dixie Doll will take the lead by a head. Threat races from second down inside, and now third is Sassy Sierra. From between horses, it's My Lucky Nugget with Dreaming of Aka on her outside. Length and a half back to Mama Cheetah, and Bella Sunrise will have to do it from last. She's dropped better than 7 lengths off the lead as they go past the half-mile pole. Up front, it's long shot Dixie Doll, and jockey Jose Alvarez in front, 3 parts of length. Threat trying to keep up from second. Down inside, it's Sassy Sierra third. From between horses is Mama Cheetah. Out wide is Dreaming of Aka. Then back to My Lucky Nugget. And at the back of the field is Bella Sunrise as Dixie Doll just keeps firing here at the 5/16. Dixie Doll leads it by 2.5. Threat giving the wake-up call here by Gaff Leon, but with every stride she takes, she gets further behind. After a 45 3 half-mile, Dixie Doll blowing it wide open here. Dixie Doll into the drive is opened a 7-length lead now. Mama Cheetah is second. Threat is all in to try to hit the board with Sassy Sierra. Late run down the center from Bella Sunrise. She has a chance for third, but Dixie Doll's in another zip code. Dixie Doll and Jose Alvarez, very impressive. They won it by 8. Second was Mama Cheetah. Up third was Bella Sunrise. Threat disappoints. She rests fourth and won 11-1. Well, number 5, Threat, was never a threat. Certainly not to Dixie Doll, who blows the doors off the field at 11-1 under jockey Jose Alvarez for trainer Anna Barcy and owner Kathy Macheski. Number 1, Mamacita was second ahead of the 2, Bella Sunrise, who ran third. The big favorite Threat off the board. She completes the super. To the fourth race we go, maiden claimers of the 2-year-old variety, race 5 furlongs, in for a price tag of $25,000. A field of 7 went postward. The odds-on favorite, the second-time starter, number 6, Tip Sheet. And they're off. Good start from the rail for Duke of Miami. Here's Coal Miner's Son rushing between horses, and the favorite Tip Sheet away well. He's in the green cap on the outside third. From behind the speed, ABG Guerrero races from fourth and works 2.5 clear of Seba's Ranger, who's out the center of the course. It's a gap of another 3 to Elastica, and the trailer is Moon Lover. Around the far turn they go. Duke of Miami leads it by a length and a half. Tip Sheet is second. Coal Miner's Son ridden by Camacho and not gaining. ABG Guerrero down at the inside has now moved to a joint third. A gap of 4 to Seba's Ranger in fourth. The rest are strung out behind the lead of Duke of Miami. There's a 1/4 mile left to go. Duke of Miami and jockey Pedro Monterrey Jr. off the turn on a 2-length lead. Tip Sheet at 3 to 5 is on the attack second. Gap of 4 to Seba's Ranger third with 3/16 to go. Here comes Tip Sheet. Tip Sheet getting to the leader, Duke of Miami. Duke of Miami digging in, but Tip Sheet surging on the outside, and Tip Sheet is now ahead in front, and he's edging away 3 to 5, and Tip Sheet in front. Duke of Miami second, well clear of Seba's Ranger third, then Elastica and Moon Lover in 59-2. Number 6, Tip Sheet wears down the pace setter Duke of Miami and edges clear for a measured victory under Abisael Jaramillo for trainer Stanley Gold and the Arundel Farm. Number 1, Duke of Miami ran well to be second, ahead of number 5, Seba's Ranger, who finished third. On now to race number 5 in the start of today's Rainbow 6. More than 100,000 in the Rainbow 6 pool today. We kicked it off at 5.5 furlongs. Scratch to 2, a field of 6 went postward. The favorite was the 4, Our Gracious Girl. And they're off. From the rail, that's Lady Phyllis who gets the first call. Our Gracious Girl moves to challenge, and from the top shelf, here's Raison Tiz. The crossing clear already. Raison Tiz sprints away to lead it by 2. Our Gracious Girl tries to take up the slack second. Down inside, that's Lady Phyllis in third. It's a stretch of 2.5 to Classy Girl. Then comes Our Masterpiece, and at the back early is Zarabanda. They swing around the far turn less than half a mile away, and up front, the leader Raison Tiz by a neck. Our Gracious Girl comes to call from second. Classy Girl is in range while 3 wide. At the rail. Fourth is Lady Phyllis, a stretch of 3 to My Masterpiece, and not keeping up is Zarabanda through the opening quarter in 23-1. They run to the top of the stretch. There's now a quarter of a mile to go, and up front, Raison Tiz has the lead. Lady Phyllis looking to get out from behind horses. Our Gracious Girl set down driving, but she's not improving. Down the center, here's a run from the outside, and coming on Classy Girl to take a short lead. So many chances. Raison Tiz, and now loose and coming on to take the lead is Lady Phyllis. Manessa's got her racetrack, and she's kicking away. It's Lady Phyllis to win on debut and win impressively. Lady Phyllis wrapped up in the end in 3.5 in front. Raison Tiz second, third Classy Girl, then Our Gracious Girl, and Our Masterpiece ahead of Zarabanda in 106-3.
Favorite no good in today's fifth race. It was the second choice, number 1, Lady Phyllis, who kicked on with authority inside the final 3/16 of a mile under Marcos Meneses for trainer Yendry Pena at Owner's Northwest Stud Stable. Second, number 7, Raison Tiz, ahead of number 3, Classy Girl, who loomed boldly but had to settle for third. The early pick 4, $158.40, and the early pick 5, $872.20. We'll take a brief timeout when we come back to late pick 5 right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 6, the start of today's late pick 5 on turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch number 4, the Red Tour, a field of 7. Favorite was the 2, Bar Libre.
And they're off. From the outside, Dixie Grits was away very well and tries to cross over ahead of Bar Libre and Venezuelan Treasure. Brianna's Bucket is wide on the course and trying to get over as well ahead of Flying Dude. Then down inside Melody Croon, and the early trailer is Amazing Amelia. Around the first turn they go, and Dixie Grits has secured the lead and the rail and leads it by almost 2. Brianna's Bucket in the maroon colors is now a joint second alongside Venezuelan Treasure. And here's Brianna's Bucket marching forward all the way to the top. Brianna's Bucket a length and a half leader. Dixie Grits is second. Venezuelan Treasure is third. Bar Libre has let this early tussle unfold in front of her. She's racing from fourth, a half length in front of Flying Dude, then Melody Croon, and Amazing Amelia. They complete a quarter in 24-3. Down the backstretch they go, less than 5 furlongs to travel. It's Brianna's Bucket and Chamafi in front by 2.5. Racing up on the inside is Bar Libre to try to get into second alongside Dixie Grits. Racing from fourth is Venezuelan Treasure, then Melody Croon. She's in the red fifth and about 4 lengths behind. Flying Dude is second last, and Amazing Amelia is last as they round the far turn. 48-3 for the opening half mile. Brianna's Bucket still there. Venezuelan Treasure has made it up to be second. Jaramillo trying to secure some racing room for the favorite Bar Libre. She's down inside third. That's all for Dixie Grits, passed by Melody Croon, then Flying Dude, and Amazing Amelia. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. They're at the top of the stretch. Brianna's Bucket in the 2-path holding command toward the inside, and Bar Libre late run down the center from both Melody Croon and Flying Girl. 1/8 of a mile to go. Brianna's Bucket shortening up. Bar Libre surging at her. Late run from Melody Croon on the stand side. In deep stretch, Bar Libre for a short lead. Right back at her, Brianna's Bucket. Bar Libre wins. It's Bar Libre narrowly over Brianna's Bucket, then Melody Croon, Venezuelan Treasure, and Flying Dude in 136-2.
Number 2, Bar Libre had to work awfully hard, but in the end, she got the victory and did it in narrow fashion, giving Amisael Jaramillo his second winner of the day. This one for Angel Quiros and owners Haras Caroca. Second was number 8, Brianna's Bucket, ahead of the 3, Melody Croon, who ran third. To the 7th race now on the start of the late pick 4. Claimers of the $6,250 variety. Race 6 furlongs. Scratch for 1, 4, and 8. The favorite on the claim, number 5, Low Meatball.
And they're off. From the center, Little Meatball gets the first call and fires to the front over More Applause, who's up to challenge, and now he'll put ahead in front. Bonetown Wild is out of there third. The favorites land 1, 2, 3. From fourth is Starship Apache, and 4 to the trailer, Rancho. Down the backstretch they go. Jockey Edgard Zayas allows Lil Meatball to find his feet and take the lead again. He leads it 3/4 of a length over More Applause in second. Then it's the team of Starship Apache and Bonetown Wild and 2.5 to Rancho. They swing around the far turn after completing a quarter in 23 and 1. Lil Meatball has the lead by a neck. More Applause turns up the pressure while second. Down inside, Starship Apache looks for a little racing room. Bonetown Wild's not firing his best shot. He just got a crack on the crop by a Montalvo. Fourth and not gaining. Back to Rancho, who's fifth and last, as Lil Meatball gets a bit of separation past the quarter pole. Lil Meatball confidently handled, cuts the corner, and opens up 4. Up the inside in Starship Apache, then More Applause. Rancho trying to run on with Bonetown Wild. But inside the final furlong, Edgard Zayas appears destined to pose for the picture on Lil Meatball, who's running up the score. Lil Meatball for Ralph Zadie and Averill Racing, an easy winner. Won it by 4 in the end. More Applause clearly second best from Starship Apache third. Rancho was fourth, then Bonetown Wild and 110 and 4.
Number 5, Lil Meatball, proves much the best horse to kick off the lead pick 4. Edgard Zayas wrapped him up with 1/8 of a mile to go and posed for the picture for Averill Racing stable of Rich Averill and trainer Ralph Zadie. Second 6, More Applause ahead of the 3, Starship Apache, who ran third. We move now to the 8th race at 1 mile over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. A field of 10 signed on. This was a wide open betting race. The off-time choice was number 2, Mr. Sam.
And they're off. Mr. Sam gets the first call. Road Warrior Max is moving throughout the rail. Also away in the top flight is Giant's Voice, but it will be CJ McMahon and Road Warrior Max to come through inside to take the lead. Giant's Voice is second. Mr. Sam is third. Moving up on the outside is Runaway Bull to take fourth. Saving ground inside is Ganesh. Then it's Wolf Dance mid-flight and about 5 lengths behind. Turkomani's on his outside. Then it's back to recalibrating ahead of clearly a Demon and 2 to the trailer, Small Tank. Around the first turn they go. Road Warrior Max has him stacked up a bit, leads it by a length through an opening quarter in 24 and 2. Giant's Voice is second. Mr. Sam is third. Turkomani is fourth, followed by Runaway Bull. Recalibrating is stuck wide down the backstretch run. A neck in front of Wolf Dance. Ganesh is at the rail ahead of clearly a Demon and 2.5 to Small Tank. They approach the half-mile mark of the race. No change in the plot. The leader, Road Warrior Max. He bumps the margin to a length and a quarter. Racing second is Giant's Voice. Mr. Sam third. Turkomani, ridden quietly by Jorge Ruiz, fourth and only 2.5 lengths behind. Then back to recalibrating at the inside. Runaway Bull racing ahead of Wolf Dance. Ganesh is third last. Clearly a Demon is second last. And still trailing is Small Tank. That's the field as they run to the top of the stretch, and the leader is still Road Warrior Max in front 3/4 of a length. The favorite, Mr. Sam, is losing ground toward the inside. Meanwhile, Turkomani unleashed on the outside and Giant's Voice between them, recalibrating down the center. There's 1/8 of a mile to go. Road Warrior Max and CJ McMahon pleading for another 1/8 of a mile. Down the outside, Ganesh is the one finishing with major interest. In between horses, Turkomani. But through it all, Road Warrior Max goes all the way. Ganesh gets second, Turkomani third, then Giant's Voice, and recalibrating in 1:35 and 1.
Number 1, Road Warrior Max, has been running some very, very good races here lately, but not getting the victory. Today, he runs another very good race. The difference is he got the victory today. CJ McMahon rode the sawdust son of Max's pal for trainer Doug Potter and owner and breeder Deborah Smith. Number 4, Ganesh, was second ahead of number 7, Turkomani, who ran third. 3, Giant's Voice, finished fourth. We'll take a brief timeout. When we come back, the Thursday Late Daily Double, race 9, right after this.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career in show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now for race number 9 on the program. 7 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. They've not won 2. 11 went postward. There were no changes in this race. It was a wide open event. Favorites included number 1, Coxon, and number 6, High Dandy.
And they're off. Command Peter from a far outside gate. Coxon from the rail showing speed. In between horses, here's Ray Astray. And also coming away on the top flight is Traffic Express as they move out of the chute. Up front, it's Coxon who leads by a head. Command Peter alongside second. Nephew Howard D takes over third. You Are Flatters on the outside fourth ahead of stablemate Ray Astray with Knockout Ranger toward the rail. Then it's Tranquil Warrior out wide working ahead of Phil's Comprise and High Dandy. And the two at the back are Traffic Express and Dreamin' of the Wild. They mass pass the opening quarter in a time of 23-1 as there's half a mile to go. And inside, Sammy Camacho and Coxon hold a narrow lead. Out wide on the course is You Are Flatter, racing in the two-path Nephew Howard D. Knockout Ranger begins to look for racing room under Jaramillo, fifth behind the speed. Then back to the outside and Tranquil Warrior. Ray Astray's under a whip ride, not responding. And running run on from the back is High Dandy as they run to the top of the stretch. Up front, Coxon has the lead. Nephew Howard D. Louis Castillo right alongside the leaders. Second. Gap of 4. Here's Traffic Express with a rail run coming on. Getting inside of Knockout Ranger as they swing in. Coxon cuts the corner and re-breaks again. Back to second is Nephew Howard D toward the inside and Traffic Express. And down the center it's Knockout Ranger. But in deep stretch, Coxon is still there and he's edged away. It's Coxon for Yvonne Belsor and Sammy Camacho. They'll win it as the public pick by 2.5 or 3. Second was Traffic Express. Third was Nephew Howard D, then Knockout Ranger and High Dandy in 125 flat.
Number 1, Coxon survives the challenge, turning for home, and eventually edges back away to win today's 9th race under jockey Sammy Camacho for trainer Yvonne Belsor and owner Bruno Schickendogs. Number 4, Traffic Express ran well in his Angel Medina stable debut. He was second out of the 2, Nephew Howard D, who loomed boldly but had to settle for third. To the 10th and final race, maiden claimers over the turf at 1 mile and for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch the 3 and 4. A field of 10 signed on. The favorites included the 5, Career, and 6, the Blonde.
And runners away. Slow to start, Career, and along the trail. Quick to begin was My Martina, moving in the center of the racetrack. Here's Jill's Catch up the challenge for the top, and racing in tight now and having to slam on the brakes was Nightstorm behind the speed. She'll have to settle fourth. Saving ground inside is the Blonde. She's much closer today. She's all the way up into Beath within 2.5 lengths of Jill's Catch, who gets loose up front. It's Jill's Catch 2.5 lengths clear of My Martina second. The Blonde is third. Nightstorm between horses and moving up on her outside and taking over the 4th spot is Jamestown's Glory. Then back at the inside, racing 5 lengths off the pace setter is Search for Sammy. On her outside is Quack Quack. It's a length and a half back to Ola Princess, and the 2 at the back of the field are Along the Trail and Career. They move through the opening quarter in 23-4, and Jill's Catch at 18-1 with the lead by 2. My Martina second, the Blonde is third. Up on the outsiders, Quack Quack with a 4-wide brush to the top. In between horses, Nightstorm from behind the speed, Search for Sammy. Working ahead of Ola Princess, getting started out wide is Along the Trail, and Career is still last of all, about 6.5 lengths off the pace setter as they swing around the far turn. The opening half mile was 48-1, and Jill's Catch is still there. Moving up on the outside is My Martina, widest of all in Quack Quack. From between horses, Nightstorm secures racing room. Search for Sammy is next. No place to go for the Blonde as they straighten for the drive. Still many chances. 3/4, 113 flat. Into the drive they come, and at a big price, Nightstorm has the lead. Search for Sammy. Moving up and on the far outside is Along the Trail. Along the Trail is surfacing, trying to get to Nightstorm. Nightstorm still has the lead. Along the Trail's up into second. That's as far as she'll get. Nightstorm and Panici to spring the upset. Second Along the Trail, close for third, My Martina, or Search for Sammy in 137 flat.
Big upset to close the Thursday show as number 7, Nightstorm, overcomes a bit of turn trouble on that first turn run, settled for Luca Panici, and kicked on for the victory. Ruben Monjas trained his daughter of Midnight Loot for J-Dab Stable. Second, number 8, Along the Trail for a nice exacta ahead of number 12, My Martina, who ran third. 1, Search for Sammy, completes the super. No winners in the high five. Triggers a nice carryover into the Friday card, $33,528. Late pick 5 good for $2,285.35. Rainbow 6 hit multiple times, 20-cent return, $8,004.08. Triggers a carryover into the Friday card of $72,444.46.
Well, that was 10 up and 10 down. This Thursday, July 6th, has come to a close. That means we're set for a Twilight Friday. First race post here at GP, the old GP by the sea. Friday is 2:15 p.m. Have a great night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.